This week our adventures take us here to the Grand Tetons on the border of Idaho and Wyoming, a growing RV area with a lot of great activities and of course some fantastic scenery. Let's explore the Grand Tetons.
Watch out.
RVers are always looking for a new place to explore, the road less traveled, with a whole lot of scenery and plenty to do. The state of Idaho fits that bill perfectly. We learned on our travels here that Idaho has a diverse landscape. Over 40% of the state is covered by trees, making it the most heavily forested of the Rocky Mountain states. And that also means you'll find plenty of trails to explore, streams to fish, whitewater to paddle, and mountains to climb.
We saw the Tetons from the other side. Grand Teton views are just spectacular.
And that's saying something because in Deutschland you have some fantastic views over there, don't you?
Absolutely, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, but we like it here because of the wide vistas, and you feel really free when you're here, these wide open spaces.
Yeah.
We don't have those in Germany.
Those wide open spaces in Idaho draw campers and RVers from around the country and around the world. RVing is a growing part of Idaho tourism.
The opportunities for RVing in Idaho get bigger every year, we're happy to say. We've got about 600 public and private RV campgrounds around the state now, and as you guys have seen along the way, more are being added all the time. So that number is increasing, thankfully, because the business is growing every year. It accounts for about 76% of our motorized traffic into the state.
You have your choice of 3 scenic campgrounds here in the Teton Valley. Here's the site that we picked out. We have our own picnic table, a fire pit, and a barbecue grill for later on. And if you like to hike, we're at the base of 3 trailheads that wind their way right up there into the Tetons. We took the chairlift up, but we're hiking back down 2.5 miles. Wasn't my idea, it was Bose's.
You can take a chairlift ride to the top of the world for a view of the Tetons at the Targee Ski Resort. Targee is yet another area that is responding to the growing RV trend and is currently adding RV sites to their resort facilities.
Families are realizing that just because of the way things are in the world today, after 9/11, people realize, you know, we need to bond more, we need to spend more time together. So we're seeing a lot more of that type of vacation.
This is Heise Hot Springs, a one-stop shop for RVers in southeast Idaho. You've got a beautiful RV park right along the river here, a nice nearby golf course, and those hot springs to relax in at the end of a hard day.
You can go on the water slide over there. We have a big water slide that we go down, or a diving board, or there's some hot pools over there. The hot pool ranges from like 105 degrees average, and the warm pool is about 95 degrees. This pool is like in the low 80s. It's not very warm, but it's good to cool off and stuff on a hot day, and it's fun for families to come here.
So you got the campfire going, so what are we doing later on? Roasting the marshmallows, doing something like that?
We're going to be cooking hot dogs here in just a few minutes.
Oh, really?
And then marshmallows later on.
Yeah, very good. And I see you got the bikes here, so you use those around the campgrounds. Is this the first time up for the little tent?
Yes.
Yeah? Yeah, I think if you tie it right on top here, I think the building inspector would approve this on a first pass. Absolutely. Yeah.
Heise Hot Springs also has an evening dinner show beginning with a Wild West shootout, followed by a wagon ride to dinner in a beautiful meadow setting.
We're going to go have some food. What are we going to have in there?
Chicken or steak, fantastic corn on the cob, our own special baked beans, potato salad, garlic sourdough bread, ice cream, and lemonade.
Oh, I'm ready. You're making me hungry. All right, there you go.
There is plenty of audience participation and then an entertaining show put on by the Mountain River Ranch Players. And you won't be fenced in while RVing in Idaho, that's for sure. But we did learn that you have to stay alert negotiating the twists and turns of the 2-lane blacktops in the eastern part of the state.
See, once again, you saw how Bose handled that? What's the procedure? There's 4 letters.
It's the IPDE process. You identify what's going on in front of you, predict what's going to happen, decide what you're going to do, then execute.
Here's another great attraction in eastern Idaho. This is Mesa Falls. on Henry's Fork of the Snake River. And by the way, that's a drop of over 114 feet.
One of the reasons people like looking at the falls so much are because falling water puts off negative ions, and that makes people feel exhilarated, but that's just a fancy way of saying they're fantastic.
The state of Idaho has more than 16,000 miles of streams, and one of the most famous in the world for fly fishing, the Snake River. If you like to fish, there is a perfect spot to set up camp and drop a line. Just a short drive from Mesa Falls at the Red Rock RV and Campgrounds. You'll find spacious sites, and you're within shouting distance of both Yellowstone and the Grand Tetons. Everyone there has a fish story to tell.
Yeah, so were you there when he caught that fish?
Oh, yes.
She
I
netted
was there.
it.
I netted it.
You did?
She couldn't bring it up.
Wow.
So what she had to do is put it on the edge of the boat.
Edge of the boat. And just pull it in.
Pull it in.
It was that big. And what have you noticed about the RVing, the trends over the years?
They're getting bigger. They got everything.
And the people that are out there RVing, what have you noticed about them?
Getting younger.
Yeah.
and they all want that Wi-Fi, wireless internet, so we had to get that in. High-speed DSL.
Even though you're enjoying the Milky Way, you still want your internet.
They want that internet.
They want everything.
They want it all.
Yeah.
And you can have it all at Red Rock RV, including a great fish story for all those back home. But our time in Idaho was drawing to a close. It was time for one last evening campfire, complete with marshmallows and a sing-along.